Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the next tournament battle, and this is against the bug type. Now you guys are probably like, there's a Scizor in the team and you aren't overreacting like 12 seconds in the video. I'm going to rest assured that I'm not going to overreact for one very basic reason, because my opponent was not only creative with his team, he was very he played very fairly with his Scizor, and look at this enemies. I think it earned its right to be on the cover of the thumbnail. You know, it earned the front cover. So this thing's gonna go for the attract, possibly predicting my Stone Edge, but I went for the Stealth Rock nonetheless because Volcarona is in there, and it would be a great help if I chipped away 50% of its health for nothing. I'm not sure that there is a bug type spinner, so the rocks are permanently gonna stay there unless it has defog or something. So as if I was a guru or something, my opponent goes for Toxic on Pepe Le Pew because mine's a stinky skunk. And I have a little strategy behind this thing. It's a tanky modest set, so I have max HP, max special attack because I can actually, and everyone passes Pokemon like Skuntank for physical attackers. So even if my opponent decides to go for the charm, I don't even care because I'm special, biatch. I do carry the flamethrower, but I do not want to reveal it yet. I want to catch my opponent off guard. I'm actually saving my the flamethrower for when Scizor comes in. Now, perfect opportunity, ladies and gentlemen. Shuckle comes in, and I manage to get the Toxic off. But as we all know, it doesn't really matter because this thing is kind of defensive, and it just completely takes a giant shit over anyone because it's the best wall in the game, and he can rest off his health. So the thing is, okay, it was a stupid strategy, but I wanted to try it out, because I was running out of ideas. So at this point, Shuckle, is getting hurt because of damn poison. So I poison my opponent, I go for the Venus Shock, but the thing is that my opponent took a brilliant advantage of the special defensive capabilities of Shuckle and the Sandstorm boost, and my opponent goes for the Infestation, which is kind of crazy and good at the same time, but Shuckle is not the most offensive thing in the world, but it can trap you in if it toxics you, so that's good. Now I'm gonna go for the Venus Shock to see how much it does. It is resisted, but the Sandstorm is down and it is poisoned, so it does manage to chip off some damage, and my opponent is stuck on Infestation, which means that a few turns left and he will die to poison, hopefully, because I want to manage to get that thing before it starts resting and stuff. So poison is kind of stacking up, but not too much. So I'm gonna go for another Venus Shock just to bring it to an amount of HP where I can say I killed Shuckle. But ladies and gentlemen, my opponent taunted me brilliantly there and went for the rest, completely not caring about my Venus Shocks, completely not caring about anything in the world at all. So he can restore back to full health. I got my my Black Sludge, and I'm gonna switch out because I really have to find a way to deal with this Shuckle. So the only way to cripple Shuckle is if you taunt it, and when you taunt Shuckle, it won't be it won't be enjoying it. So ladies and gentlemen, the best thing about Sableye is that I can scare him off into a Scizor, and well, he does have the Nightshade, and I'm pretty confident that 3 Nightshades will kill the Shuckle because it doesn't have the best HP in the world. It's like max HP is like 110, and so like it's a 3-hit KO at a certain range. So this Shuckle is taunted. It has nowhere to go unless my opponent, switches out somehow. But I need to get free from Infestation. So I'm gonna go for another Nightshade just to hurt the Shuckle even more because it annoys me a lot. And my opponent's gonna go for the Infestation, just to do a bit of damage. I'm gonna get all of that damage back, by the way, with the leftovers because, come on, Sparkles doesn't even care. But nonetheless, I was actually kind of psyched at this moment. You see, I wasn't I didn't have that anxiety of losing. Like when you play a tournament battle, everyone gets a little anxious. But when I saw Shuckle in, I really felt the joyous part of a competitor's side. So. Guru prediction number 2. I knew Scizor was coming in, and I managed to get a hit on it with Nightshade. Now, the thing is, I was kinda hoping to counter it with my counter. I wanted to counter Scizor with my what do you call it? With my modest Skuntank that no one would ever expect. But look at this, ladies and gentlemen. Perfect use of Technician Stab Scizor. Not Bullet Punch, Choice Bandit sets. Fury Cutter. Now, I'm going to tell you one thing, that if my opponent did not get burned here, he would have taken out my most important Pokemon in the team. Look how much damage that does beside the, besides the, burn. So, what I really came to realize is that if I did not recover, I would have lost my Sparkles, and still, I was doubting the fact that if he managed to get another Fury Cutter on me, he would have done a severe amount of damage, and brought me to a revengeable. Look at how much that does. Over half, ladies and gentlemen. That thing, if Scizor actually wasn't burned, I would have been in for a very hard time, but it looks like it must be Choice Banded into Fury Cutter. I'm not sure. That is the most creative Scizor I've ever seen. Thank you, my friend. I think it's JD Jensen. Yeah, you're the guy. I want to thank him, because if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't be able to clear the name for Scizor. So again, Guru prediction number 2. Skuntank just eats that toxic up. It likes eating sludge for breakfast, because he stinks and sludge stinks too, so it's a perfect match. Now, out comes Venomoth. Ladies and gentlemen, the most creative Venomoth of all time. I mean, you know what? Out of all the tournament battles, I'm gonna say it, I have to say that I enjoyed Bug the most, because I saw some insane strategies, and this Venomoth here, ladies and gentlemen, I stole the strategy. I'm not gonna lie. It's a Quiver Dancing set, and my opponent explained to me later that it is max HP, max speed, for spores and stuff, and it takes my flamethrower that I decided to reveal. I'm like, okay, what the hell, Scizor is dead, so I have nothing to fear. And he has a weakness policy, so the thing is that he can, I'm like, what is up with that Venomoth? So, thing is that he decides to go for the Baton Pass, and I'm like, shit, he's going to go in Baton Pass and Volcarona. He's going to completely destroy me. So, out comes Volcarona, and, obvious health is obviously, obvious and stuff, so it's not gonna take the Stealth Rocks well, but it's gonna eat up that flamethrower so well, as if I never attacked it in the first place. So the thing is, I'm behind the sub. I have an advantage here. I managed to get off the Toxic, and if I can stall him out with my Tyranitar, I can get rid of it. So the thing is, I think that this Volcarona was, I don't know, maybe I'm not sure, is it choice, because you will see soon that it is stuck on Heat Wave, even though I'm going to be sending my Tyranitar, obviously. So I have to fodder my Skuntank here, because there's nothing I can do. Completely destroyed my Skuntank, and I was hoping, maybe a mishacks with the Heat Wave, so I could get off a Venus Shock and finally, get my strategy up and running, but that never happened. So Tyzilla comes in, gets the Sandstream up, and that Volcarona is gonna die fast. So thing is, he is choice locked into a Heat Wave, and ladies and gentlemen, even at a plus 3, that did completely nothing, because I'm a careful nature. So I was like, please do not lane body hacks me, and I was like, okay, I'm not gonna waste a Stone Edge here, because I know that there's pretty much nothing I can do at this point. So thankfully I did not get any hacks on my part. So thing is that Illumise is not taking the rocks pretty well here, so Tyranitar is actually doing a great job here, ladies and gentlemen. It's actually sweeping up. It's, cleaned up that Volcarona, got it out of the way, brings Illumise to a reasonable amount of HP, to die from the Sandstorm next turn. So thing is that my opponent will expect me to attack again, and gets off a Toxic. And this is a prankster Illumise, by the way. So the thing is, I knew that was coming, because he had nothing to lose and he had one turn left. So I'd rather toxic my Tyranitar than anything else important, like my Shades, or I don't think I'm carrying my Mega Houndoom. That's how big I am, ladies and gentlemen. I don't carry Mega Houndoom to a sure victory here. I'm using creative and stupid techniques like Pepe Le Pew. So anyway, out comes Shuckle again, and the thing is that I'm at an amount of HP where, I'm in a position where I can kill Shuckle. And look at this, Tyranitar is actually sweeping the floor. So I just killed the Shuckle at -2, which is fantastic. I'm very proud of you, Tyranitar. Sorry, Tyzilla, because this is what attacked Tokyo in the first place. So, I mean, if there was a mountainous edition of Godzilla, Tyranitar would totally be it. So, I'm gonna switch out. I don't know why I did, but I wanted to save my Tyzilla and reduce my losses to minimum. So the thing is, my opponent goes for the what do you call it? Oh yes, the signal beam, and does a reasonable amount of damage. So I'm gonna switch out my Tyzilla because poison and everything's gonna stack up. Now the thing is that he has a Mega Heracross on his team, and he was reserving it for last. So I'm like, Don Corleone, boss of all bosses, please help me here. So, ladies and gentlemen, there was a debate here. You see, this is a jolly, what do you call it, Honchkrow. And I wasn't sure that I was gonna outspeed it, but I opted for Brave Bird nonetheless. And I know that Heracross are naturally faster than Honchkrows. But the thing is that when they Mega Evolve, their speed drops, but it doesn't apply until after the next turn of Mega Evolution. So Corleone just completely wrecks that thing, lives the recoil and Life Orb with 6 HP, meaning that I reduced the score to a very good amount. I'm very happy with my team, with my battle. So anyway, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you guys enjoyed this, and I will be seeing you in the next battle. Comment, subscribe.